another new creature review. Today we are checking out Transformers Siege Optimus Prime from the War for Cybertron Trilogy. I picked this guy up from Toy Dojo along with his wavemate Megatron. And I've got to say, I am very impressed with these figures overall. I'm just so impressed with the detail, the aesthetic, the alt mode, all the engineering that went into these guys. Wow, I am very impressed. Let's take a look at this guy's accessories. We have his Ion Blaster, iconic Ion Blaster. It's kind of hollow, but it does the job. It has the silhouette of his iconic blaster. Iconic Ion Blaster. Iconic Ionic. Iconic Ion Blaster. We'll put that in his hand. And he comes with this. It's called the Dual Mech Energon Strike Shield. So right now it's in shield mode, and it's kind of like a little buckler. Goes right on his elbow right there. But it can also fold out. And let's see. You got to do this in order. Put out the small piece, and then the large piece comes out, and it is a battle axe. This is actually in this mode in the box, and if you're interested in seeing the box art is in my mystery box unboxing video that I recorded earlier, so go check that out after this video. Let's check that out. We got a nice silver paint. It's fairly sharp. It's a little messy around the edges right on this side. This side's pretty sharp. And then we have the raised Autobot symbol, which I always love. I love it when they do that. It always catches the light, and you're like, ooh, light our darkest hour. And then the blades. I wish they would have gone with that orange Energon blade type thing that they do on the movie Transformers, or the movie Optimus Prime. The orange blade would be really nice on this, because I mean, you just fold it up, put it away, then it's gone, you know. Oh, it's like a lollipop. Or like an electric guitar. Wow, you got the touch. Oh my gosh, that'd be really cool if you could do that. Can he? Okay, let's take the Ion Blaster out. All right, Stan Bush. You got the touch. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah. Okay. So, fan mode, added bonus. He comes with an electric guitar. All right. So, unlike Megatron, this thing, I mean, it can top on here, but it doesn't have a special long name or any special ability. It's just the strike shield, and it goes on his arm. That's what he looks like with that. All right, let's get in, and we're going to take that off. And let's check out his details. Immediately, you can see his face is very, very classic looking. You've got that, like, that iconic Optimus Prime look. I love that. It's very simple. There's like a metal fleck in the plastic or on the finish. I'm not sure which. But he looks like a hero. The paint is good. This white is a little bit too thin. You can see some of the red kind of bleeding through, but it's all right. Like from a distance, you can't even tell. But over here, we've got the yellow. That's a little messy. We've got our Autobot Tampo printed logo right there. Smokestacks are painted silver. That's nice and sharp. That's good. His hands are blue plastic. He's got a gray waist. And this right here, the Tampo printed weathering is just kind of a bummer. Because otherwise, this is a really good figure. I really enjoy this figure, but all this like this metal sputter around here, it just looks so uniform. On the unboxing video, I said that it looks like it's like when you buy jeans with holes already in them. It's like why just do some work. Scrape your knee a couple times, make those holes yourself, you know. That's kind of how I feel about this. It's like, you know, I could have just dry brushed this on myself and it would have looked a million times better. But you know, that aside, you look at this guy and he looks great. Let's get back in here on his knee, on his legs. We got that iconic silver on blue. His wheels. I actually made a mistake here on my Instagram pictures. I had this folded like this, and TF Customs told me that I did it wrong. I was like, oh man. Kind of kicking myself for that, you know, but hey, you know, the community's got to watch out for each other, right? So look at that in the back. All this molding right here, and they went through the trouble of filling in the empty void. I really like that. That's an added step to a figure. You know, it wasn't necessary, you know, but they did it, and it looks good. I like it. Let's check out his arms. His forearms. Yeah, the hollowness is masked with some technological etchings there. So they did a pretty good job here. And you can see, this is one of my favorite things about this guy. Especially throughout Power of the Primes, any clear blue or clear plastic was painted if it had any like bezels. But this, take a look. It's a separate blue piece that's pegged in. I very, very much appreciate that. Because it gives it that added piece of quality, you know? It's like, wow, they really went the distance with this guy. I really like how he looks. I like how he feels. Wow. All right. Articulation. His head is on a ball joint. He's got a little bit of side to side, up and down. And he's got a full head rotation. His shoulders are on a hinge and a swivel and a butterfly. So that's really cool. The butterfly's for transformation, but I mean, he can puff out his chest if he needs to. That's great. I love that. His smokestacks are on their own panel, so he can lift his arm, and that'll go up and up with his arm swivel right there. You got to push it back down. Yeah, He has a bicep cut at the top and single jointed elbow. His wrist is articulated. You got a full 360. Let's see. No ab crunch. He does have a waist swivel that goes all the way around. His hips are on a hinge and a swivel. Oh, well, I mean, you can see he's got a full split. And you can kick up that far, back that far, side to side. He has a swivel at the top of the knee and a single jointed knee that can get pretty deep, because even though they filled in the back of his calf, it's still shallow enough for him to put his knee up like that. And he has an ankle tilt that isn't quite as deep as Megatron's, but I mean, you know, he can bring it. He can bring it all day long. Yeah. As far as the build goes, he feels really good in hand. This is something that, like, I like to go for the leader class figures because they feel a little more sturdy than the Voyager and Deluxe figures to me. But this feels really good. It feels so good in hand. It's the plastic quality. It's got weight to it. It's not flimsy. I haven't had anything bend on me yet. Not like the other Prime Wars trilogy line. You know, there was always a figure where something would snap, something would break, something would bend. But this guy feels good. He feels really good in hand, and he doesn't feel weak. So that's a really good thing. And wow, he looks like Optimus Prime. Like a classic Optimus Prime. I love it. All right, let's do some size comparisons. Here he is with his Wavemate Megatron. Here he is with Titan's Return Optimus Primes. We have Voyager Optimus Prime in the front with Power Master Optimus Prime. And in the back we have Magnus Prime from Chaos on Velocitron. We have some movie Optimus Primes. We got in the front, we have The Last Night Voyager Optimus Prime. Studio Series Optimus Prime on his right, or on his left. All right. And in the back, we have Takara Tomy Caliber Optimus Prime leader class. Now, these two in the front, I would say that these two are on par with each other as far as build quality and aesthetic go. They look their part, and they feel really good in hand. So if we want to compare build qualities, these two are it. And finally, from Power of the Primes, we have leader class Optimus Prime, Evolution Optimus Prime, and San Diego Comic-Con 2018 exclusive Optimus Primal. All right, let's get this guy transformed. All right, here he is in alt mode. Let's check him out real quick. All his wheels roll. We don't have any three-wheeling action. They all roll. And look at all this detail. It's very cohesive. Like, everything just fits together. You know, you can see seam lines, of course, because it's a transformer, but it works all together. It just like all pulls together. Let's get in here. Got our silver paint here. The silver paint's kind of messy on these little panels right here. towards the edge. It's like they get to the edge and then they just kind of skimp right there. But I mean, we got silver right there. Looks all right. Look at that grill. You got that silver behind a clear plastic blue. Got his lights. Little Gatling guns right here. Oh man, he's ready. Got some of that that weathering. You know, the weathering is so patchy. It just makes you kind of wonder, like, if there's weathering right here, why isn't it all over the door, or why isn't it on the top? You know, got the weathering right there, you know, from his thighs, but like, why isn't it like all the way across? It just doesn't look. It looks too uniform to be weathering. But and then when we get an alt mode like this, it's like there's one square of it right here, you know. There's one strip of it right here, one square of it right here, and then it's like nowhere else. Other than that, wow, this is a great alt mode. It calls to that classic, you know, semi truck. I mean, it's obviously different. I don't remember anything like this over the top of Optimus Prime's alt mode. But it's a square cab. You got the blue back. It would be really cool if there was a trailer that he could attach to. Maybe some sort of upgrade kit. Maybe, I don't know. That would be really cool. I haven't been following this close enough because I really wasn't. I wasn't sold on this line, so I didn't follow it very closely. But once they started releasing pictures of these guys, it was like, wow, these are a little more impressive than I thought they were initially, because, you know, the prototypes were just kind of meh, you know. But yeah, if there's like a trailer that comes that we can add to this guy, that would be great. Not necessary, but it would be really cool, you know, like a Power Master kind of thing. Let's get this guy transformed back to the robot mode, and we will do some final thoughts. I am very impressed with the Siege line so far. What I've seen, it's wonderful. I love this Optimus Prime. I think the only thing I really don't like about this Optimus Prime, there are two things. One, the tampo printed weathering. We could have done without that. This would be a perfect figure without that. The second thing, I think this should have been a leader class figure. Along with Megatron, I think they should have been leader class figures. They should have been bigger, because this right here looks like a great piece already. It's so well built. It's so cohesive. It's so it's the engineering is just wonderful. If this was leader class, I think it would be the perfect Optimus Prime. You see? And, you know, this is Power of the Primes, Optimus Prime, and it looks all right. But this one wins. On looks alone, he just wins. Night and day. It's wow, it's amazing. And the engineering in this one is so much better, because they jammed a trailer into this transformation, and it's all right. It looks good. It looks good. We won't trash him too much. But I love this figure. He feels so good in hand, and his alt mode is fun, just like Megatron's. His alt mode is just amazing to do. It's so much fun. All the pieces fit together, and it's actually fun to do. That's one thing I don't like to do with Transformers very often, just because it can get tedious. I love a Transformer that transforms and it's actually fun to do, and not just a chore to like look at him in a car mode. It's like, why did we even do this, you know? Because, you know, honestly, alt modes, it's cool. It's a cool thing, and it's not a transformer unless it can transform. But if you leave it transform, it's just a car. It's just a toy car. You know, I could have bought a toy car. I could have gotten a Hot Wheels, but I didn't want to buy a Hot Wheels. I wanted to buy an Optimus Prime. You know, this is the character. You know, and that's my opinion. If you have a different opinion, go ahead and share it below and be nice. Thank you. But that's my take on this guy. I really love him all the way around. He has won my my affection as far as toys go. He is a great figure, and if you get a chance to pick him up, I recommend him in strides. He is a wonderful toy. He and Megatron, they both just wow. They just wow me so much. That's it for my review. Let me know what you think about this guy in the comments below. Are you going to get into Siege? And if you are, you know, tell me what you're excited about. If you're not, let me know why you're not, you know. That would be a cool thing to discuss. But let's be civil, okay? Let's not be like, well, it sucks and you suck for liking it. There's no room for that. There's too much of that on the internet already. So let's talk about that. That would be a lot of fun. You know, I want to know your opinions. You know, do you like these figures? Do you like what Hasbro's pushing out? Because I think it's amazing. I think they're doing a great job with this, and this is so much better in quality and in aesthetic and design than the Prime Wars trilogy. I didn't think that they could do better, but here it is. Or you know, it might just be on a league of its own. You know, that was a different story, a different storyline, a different wave of character, or different wave of designs and stories altogether. So, you know, it's Optimus Prime. You know, it's good. It's all good. Yeah. Leave a comment in the comments below. If you like this review, give me a like. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I put new stuff on the channel. Be on the lookout for pictures of Optimus Prime and Megatron, sharing some space on Instagram and Facebook. And thanks for watching.